This is the Straw Hat Jolly Roger. You might recognize it from the anime One Piece. You know, the show that's been around for the last 3 decades, sold more comics than Batman, and is loved by everyone, from K-pop idols to Middle Eastern royalty. But if you've been paying close attention the last couple months, you might also have seen it on the news.
One Piece. It's really a big deal.
Gen Z protests erupting in pockets around the globe.
Justru ini kan teguran ya untuk pemerintah.
Yep, sounds crazy, but since August, this cute little anime flag has sparked a real-life revolution. First in Indonesia, then in Nepal, and even all the way over in France. This is history in the making, folks. So let's start from the beginning. A couple months ago, Indonesia was in high spirits, but an unsuspecting chain of events is about to bring the city to its knees. First, the government passes some questionable labor laws. Truck drivers all across the country rise up in protest. Strangely decorated black squares start to show up on the backs of vehicles. But why this flag? Seems pretty random, right? Well, in the One Piece anime, the flag is a symbol for freedom and fairness and standing up against corruption. Something that really hit home for the truck drivers. Social media sees this and it blows up. Holy shit, it's One Piece, Lamau! Now, Indonesia is kind of a corrupt place. It's so bad, bribing someone doesn't get you thrown in jail. It gets you loyalty points. And recently, things have gotten even worse. On top of the poopy labor law screwing over truck drivers, there's also this huge corruption scandal going on. I won't bore you with the details, but basically, while over half of Indonesians struggle to put food on the table, government officials are lining their pockets, giving themselves fat cash bonuses for no reason. So the people are pissed, understandably. They're dying to find a way to stick it to the man. A symbol, perhaps, to show the government how mad they are. They see the flag on Instagram and go, fairness? Standing up against corruption? I'll take 20! And just like that, the One Piece Jolly Roger finds its way into the hands of thousands of Indonesians, who are now beginning to protest. But the police, they don't like this. They call it treason, begin raiding homes, and start confiscating people's flags. Tensions start to rise. Then, one Thursday evening, they pull a Caitlyn Jenner. The police run over a food delivery driver during one of the protests. And the worst part? He wasn't even protesting! The guy was just doing his job, trying to feed his family. This changes things. The public aren't mad anymore. They're furious, and the protests turn from peaceful to violent. Thousands clash against the police. Transport lines go down, and factories nationwide get flooded with orders for these little black squares. The next 3 days are some of the scariest the country has seen in recent history. But when the dust finally settled, nothing changed. Literally a month after the riots, the government gave themselves another fat bonus, twice the amount this time. My heart goes out to the Indonesian people. You guys got pranked so hard. But there was one good thing that came out of all this. The riots were big news. People all over the world tuned in and saw what went down. And some of them got inspired. See, Indonesia was just the beginning for the One Piece flag. And just a week later, the flag was ready to emerge again. And this time, it's out for blood. Welcome to Nepal, 2,000 miles west of Indonesia, and just as fucked. Actually, wait, no, it's even worse. People are ready to riot, and one day, they catch the news. Now, Nepal is super Gen Z, like half the population is under the age of 25. So when they see the flag, they immediately recognize it. Holy shit, One Piece, lol. People start blasting it on social media, it turns into a movement, yada yada yada. Nepal is this close to turning into Indonesia 2.0. The government starts to panic. They know where this is going, so they hatch a plan. Okay, so the Zoomers are probably gonna start rioting, and they'll probably make a Facebook group or something to organize the protests, says the 73-year-old Nepalese Prime Minister. If we just ban social media, they'll have no way to get the word out. It's genius! The next day, in a blink of an eye, 26 social media platforms go down. What? How could they do this? We gotta hit the streets! Don't you get it, man? It's over. Instagram's down, Twitter's down, we can't get a hold of anyone. We lost. Should we start a group chat? We don't have their numbers. Flyers? No. The last time I touched a pen was in 2016. And I guess it really is over. Just hop on Discord, bro. Wait, what? Turns out, the Nepalese government didn't bother to add Discord to their ban list, thinking it was just some meme app for gooners.
You're goddamn right.
So Gen Z goes underground and bides their time, collecting followers, orchestrating their next move. Soon they number thousands, Discord channels bursting at the seams with the Narutos and Gojo Satorus of revolution. And then, they strike.
Violent protests gripped the country.
Police opened fire on protesters in Nepal.
Setting fire all over the capital, major government buildings being broken into.
At least 22 people have been killed over 2 days as protesters clash with heavily armed riot police.
Over a dozen casualties, hundreds injured. But in the end, they won. They forced the Nepalese prime minister to resign, torched his house, and then ran him out of town. Yep, this is one for the history books, folks. And at the center of it all was the One Piece flag, which, in the hands of revolutionary Zoomers, has now toppled Nepal's government. And if you think that's crazy, just wait till you see what's happening in France. Welcome to Paris. People are already rioting. Something about the government cheaping out on social services and deleting public holidays from the calendar. Now, unlike the other two countries, riots are actually pretty normal here. And the local government has gotten really good at dodging the heat. Look, it's not my fault we have to nuke your pensions. Huh? I am officially resigning as Prime Minister. Please don't firebomb my house. Now, how's all this gonna end? But here's the latest updates. The fight is still on. The One Piece flag is still spreading. In the last month alone, the Straw Hat Jolly Roger has shown up in 4 more countries. So on top of Indonesia, Nepal, and France, we now also have the Philippines, Madagascar, Peru, and Morocco starting their own revolutions. What a time to be alive.